Hello. What's up, everybody? Just celebrating a nice Sunday Sixers W. That's why I got my Sixers hat. I'm wearing an Embiid jersey. Overall, great Sunday. But the one thing that I thought could make this Sunday even better, betting on sports. So that's what I'll be doing today. Obviously, some live positive EV betting. Still plenty of NBA games to go tonight, so there's still plenty of bets to make. But before I get started, I just want to make sure people understand exactly how important it is. So when you are looking at yourself as a sports bettor, it's incredibly important to be signed up for every sports book that is available in your state. So if sports betting, mobile sports betting is legal in your state and you are not currently signed up for every sports book that is available to you, I would definitely recommend you do so. So just check out the links in the description and then just go ahead and sign up for any sports book that you're not currently signed up. Using those links, you can take advantage of those, the sign up bonuses, all that good stuff. There's tons of content out there that we have to teach you how to take advantage of the sign up bonuses. So just cannot preface how important that is. With that, I'll go ahead and share my screen. So here's my homepage. I got about 845 in pending bets for today. Some of that, most of this is with games that are already live. Like I tweeted this one out, the Malcolm Brogdon over PRA I loved. My bets of the day for the player props were fading or backing these Devin Booker. So still plus money. That game is currently going on. The Embiid one is actually over. So I could see how that one went and update it. But this bet tracker auto grades now. So all this stuff that I have pending, looks like two of them are no longer beating closing line value. But overall, this bet tracker is completely free, and I just love using it because it tells you if your bets are beat the closing line, which obviously is incredibly helpful as a sports bettor. And B, if everything is updated in this bet tracker, you get access to all these different graphs to show you to show you all your information. So like I like seeing this profit over time, because it's a good way to kind of keep yourself grounded if you're having a bad week or a bad day. I've been using OddsJam since the beginning of the NFL season, and I've had exactly 4 weeks where I've been down, with the worst being a couple weeks ago. I was down 326, but every other week has been up. And I had 1 week where I was up like almost 1,200. So I like seeing this. It's just, like I said, it's an easy way to keep yourself grounded and understand that the strategy works. You just might have some bad days. And then ROI is always nice. Just return on investment is always a good stat. And I also like this profit by sportsbook. So I just apparently get hammered when I bet Valley Bet, Barstool, Bet Rivers, and mostly FanDuel, down 330 on FanDuel. But for whatever reason, Bet MGM, I have the opposite situation where, hi Carson, one of my dogs is up here, but he won't be one to show on screen. Maybe I can't get him. There he is, dog shown on screen. How nice is that? Sorry, I think I accidentally muted myself. All right, perfect. So now people that want to see the dogs, you got one. All right, I think I messed up some stuff. That's all right. He wants dinner, but it's not quite dinner time yet. Sorry, Carson. But anyway, so yeah, all this stuff, hard to go back. But if you track your bet, or if you use a bet tracker, which is completely free, you can get access to all these views. So with that, I will go to the positive EV page, and I'll go ahead and take out anything that's live. This will just be stuff that people can lock in with me. The important stuff to understand when you are positive EV betting, the first one is just understand what this percentage means. The higher, the better. So basically, the summed up version of this percentage is just the difference between the OddsJam perfect line, which is right here, which is the sharpest line out there. We view this as the true line in terms of, we view this as the true line in terms of calculating stuff. I think I'm having internet problems. Let me see if I can fix this. I think this is better. Let's see. Sorry, some technical difficulties here. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is so bad. Okay, I think we're good now. All right, sorry about that. Anyways, so yeah, this percentage is just the bigger the difference between the line you are betting on and the OddsJam perfect line is going to be the higher positive EV percentage. And then the way that percentage works essentially is like so you see this 16.71%. The logic here and the math behind it is if, this game, the Russell, oh God, of course it's Russell Westbrook. If this Lakers Pelicans game was played, like, it's simulated 100,000 million times and you bet the under on the Russell Westbrook made threes every single time, you'd stand to make $16.71. So that's what this percentage means. Obviously, if you bet it either wins or it loses. So it's not like you're going to make $16, but the goal is to stack as many positive expected value bets on top of each other. You just, you only bet positive EV. Eventually you'll find that your profits will start matching the percentages. So that's basically how that works. And the other thing to keep in mind when you're positive EV betting is to look at the market width. And what market width is just a way for the OddsJam perfect line to show how confident that the sharpest sports book is in that line. So as you can see here, the minus 194 and plus 138, what you do to calculate it, you just subtract those two numbers. So you subtract 194 minus 138, and what's that? 56 cents, something like that. So for player props, I don't bet anything above 40 cents. So as much as I would love to fade Russell Westbrook, this would not be a play because it is above 40 cents in market width. And then when it's two minuses like this Reggie Bullock one, you just add them together. So 32 plus 2, this one would be 34 cents. So this one would be a play if it's still available, which it is. Reggie Bullock over 2.5 made threes. So the way the calculator works is you just input your bankroll. So mine is 1,000. You input your Kelly multiplier. This uses the Kelly criterion method, which is just a formula to give you how many units you should put on it. So for this one, I know I use mine as 1. The general rule of thumb, people have it at 0.33. Whatever percentage you have it at, it's just going to multiply the units by that percentage. But I keep mine at 1 because that's just what I like to do, but it's important for whatever you think fits you to change it. So we can look at this Reggie Bullock one. So it tells me to put 120 on it. I never really put more than 100 on a player prop. So let me look. One thing that Alex Monahan, the co-founder of OddsJam, talks about, which I think is really smart, is sometimes he'll just, and I'll do this too, just if the math makes sense, we'll just bet it. We won't even look into it at all. We'll just bet it. But one thing that can be helpful, so the play here was Reggie Bullock over 2.5 threes, is to look at, where is that? Where everything else is priced. So it looks like the OddsJam perfect line prices it at minus 132, and everything else has it for plus money. So DraftKings, Caesars have it at plus 105. BetMGM has it at plus 115. So we do obviously view the OddsJam perfect line as the sharpest sportsbook out there, but it's not perfect. It's not going to 100% always get a line right. So in situations like this, if you're having a cold streak, one thing that we recommend looking at is if the OddsJam perfect line is wildly different than all the other books, which in this case it is. But for me, I'm having a decent week, up almost $300. So most of that, or about half of that, is that parlay that hit for the Sixers game on Friday, which was nice. If you follow me on Twitter at my handle below, Matt_Modi_bets, you would have seen that and hopefully placed it with me. But as of right now, I'm not going through a cold streak or anything, so I don't feel the need to look into anything a little more in a little more detail. So I'll go ahead and take this Reggie Bullock one. Another thing that I do, is if I'm in a cold streak, we'll do a little bit more research into the play itself. So I'll either just Google like projections. Like there's a ton of sites out there that just give their like projections for like fantasy sports. So I'll look at that, or I'll look at the way someone is trending. So like Reggie Bullock, you can see, let's see how he's been doing recently, because the play is on his over 2.5 3-pointers. So it looks like this is past 10 games. He's hit that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his last 8 games. So this is actually really, as far as trends, obviously trends aren't everything, but he's hit that. Let me zoom in here a little bit. And the majority, no, I don't want to print. in the majority of the game. So this is a good bet. Let me go ahead and see if I can still lock it in. Yeah. So this will be a McSlam player prop. Like I said, I don't go over 100 on a player props. That's what I'll max this one at, not the 120. But this one is pretty much a McSlam. Wasn't part of my player props of the day, which was backing Devin Booker, but definitely a good bet. So this Russell Westbrook one, unfortunately, is not a play. Steph Curry, not a play. And then, the last thing for player props that I forgot to mention is I don't bet anything below. In this case, I'm going to do 7% because there's so many available. But I generally draw the line at 5% or 7%. It just depends on, A, how many are available and what the bets are looking like. But with so many available above 7, I'm going to limit myself to there. Although none of these look like they're plays, so I might end up not following that. Let's see. This one's not a play. What's this? 53, 43. It's 43, not a play. 45, 69, 30, or 59, 42, 34. So here we go. This one's a play. Josh Hart looks like the play is on his over assists. And I actually like this one. So this is a $55 play. 55. So I will go ahead and lock this in on Caesars. Let me zoom in a little bit here as well. And this one I like. I haven't checked a lot on Josh Hart's specific stats, but I do know that he's played well since he got traded from the Pelicans to the Trailblazers. So it looks like he's hit this 2 of his last 4 games. So not exactly blowing out of the water like the previous one, but still a good bet. And it's for what? Plus 140, I think is what it was, 130. So you're getting plus money. So I love for player props. This isn't necessarily a rule I have, but player props, obviously, I try to make sure the majority of player props I bet are plus money because this isn't rocket science, but the logic there being you don't have to hit half of them to win. So, excuse me, I bet 2 player props. They've both been plus money. So that's another easy way that I've been able to profit a lot on player props is just making sure that they're plus money. So that one was a play. Holy crap, 41%. This game's not until March, and I'm just doing on stuff today so we can all cash today. Let's see. So this one we just bet 32. Looks like this was Monte Morris over 21.5 points, rebounds, assists. Let's see. Maybe I'll just do these next. These looks like these next 3 are all within line. So I'll do these 3. I'll cap it at 6%. So this was, I think this is on FanDuel. Yeah. So let me go ahead and log in. So I'll cap it at 6. So that's generally, as you can see, not that I don't mind having a lot of player props, but I want to make sure that I also talk about my process for game props. So I'll go ahead and limit myself to anything above 6%, which will be 3 more plays on top of this. But for now, I need to look at, wait, I'm in the wrong game. I need to go to Denver. Here we go. Player combos, points, rebounds, assists. Monte Morris over, was it 21.5? Yes, this was a $70 play. So this is, I believe, my 3rd bet. All player props. Got to log in. Oops. Carson's still laying there. Just wants dinner. But I'm glad he was able to make an appearance. Now people have seen both of the pups. Anyways, let's go back here. So this one's not for plus money, but it's minus 102. So it's not terrible. And the first 2 were. So like I said, I don't have a rule that they all have to be above or they have to be plus money. Well, not 700, just that. I like the majority of them. So this Jeremy Grant one also isn't, but I didn't even realize, I forgot Jeremy Grant was back. So wait, here's another one. Herbert Jones. This is within play. Under 0.5 threes. It's not a lot, but he doesn't shoot a lot either. This is I'll round this down to $55. It's plus 128. So again, plus money. So, and I forget Herb Jones. I believe he's the rookie for the Pelicans, who they really like. If it's who I'm thinking of, he's really good on defense, but yeah, he doesn't really shoot. So getting that for plus 128, I don't hate. So my second one on FanDuel, as I showed you my home screen, I've been getting boned by FanDuel. So hopefully we turn it around today because I had 2 of these bets were on FanDuel. And all right, let's see. So here's another one. Actually, I'll have this be my last one. This one, yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and put 120 on that, but this will be my last one. So this one's actually on Bally Bet. I'm not sure if I have the money on that one. Or I just can't even use Virginia. Log in. This one's brand new, and I don't know if I have. Thank you. $25. So I guess I'll just put 25 on this one. All right. This one was it play? Points, rebounds, assists, or just assists? O'Shea Brissett. I believe I bet on him one of my other live streams. And I'm just going to search his name. Total assists over. So that play is still valid. So I'll go ahead and place it. Like I said, I only put 25. I'm in a good location. Thank you very much. Perfect. So I don't feel like putting money in my account just to bet this one. I actually have a free bet there that I still need to use. So yeah, that one's locked in. Let's just make sure there's nothing crazy above 7 that I missed. No. Okay. All right. So that's everything for player props. So the easy way, if you don't want to bet player props, or if you're just like me, you want to remove them for the time being, you just check this little box here. So uncheck it for player props. So for player props, I mentioned that the market width is 40 cents. For game props, we lower that to 25 because they're not as wide variance as player props. You can find a lot more bets with under 25 market width. And it looks like these are all for soccer. This one is 21. So this is a play. But one thing I like doing, actually, I like this one better. This one's 17. And it's another one on FanDuel, of course. Looks like it's the first half over 112, $25 play. So it's not a ton. But what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. If I was saying something, it was probably going to be really profound, but I forgot. So first half alternate total is over 112.5 plus 130, right? Yep, 25. All right. So done. All right, perfect. So yeah, regarding market width. So yeah, for game props, it's 25 and below. One thing I like doing for game props is sometimes it's harder to find ones with the higher percentage because player props, there's so many of them that it's hard for there's going to be so many different lines for each book. So as you saw, there's some player props with like plus 105 for one. Another book had it at plus 115. You don't see that as much for game props. They're generally a lot closer. So a lot of times what I like to do, you're not going to find many game props above, like with high percentage. So I don't necessarily have a limit as far as like I won't bet anything below a certain number. But what I do like to do is if like we're getting down here to like the 3%, instead of like, I mean, this one will tell me to put like $23 on it. Like it's not that much compared to how much I was putting on the player props because the percentages are different. So it's a long-winded way of saying a lot of times what I like to do for game props is find one that is 15 cents and below as opposed to 25. And then I'll actually double what my Kelly criterion calculator tells me to put on it. So let me see if I can find an example. This one is for soccer, else that would be a good one. This one's close, 18, 19, 23, 17, 15. So MMA, not today. What's this, 22, 22. Okay, so there's no example of one below 15, which is unfortunate. But what I would have done, this one's actually a play though. Over 7 goals, another FanDuel one, of course. This one's 45. This one's NHL, Columbus Blue Jackets versus Pittsburgh Penguins. So and it was over 7. Let's see. Is there no alternate? Here we go. And it should be 156. Yeah, so 45. All right, so this one is a play. So yeah, what I normally do is find one, like I said, with 15 and below. Unfortunately, there wasn't any with 15 or below, so I could provide an example. But if I did, let's just pretend I found one. Yeah, like I said, normally what I do is I'll double what the calculator tells me to put on it. Because if you can find something that has that tight of a market and it's still positive expected value, that's a very valuable bet. And like I said, we sometimes double that. This one I like, the first half spread, Pistons plus 4.5 on BetMGM. Charlotte's been struggling. They've been struggling recently. Detroit, they stink, but they're frisky, so they might not win, but I could see them covering a better spread. And they were what? Full game. Oh, it's first half plus 4.5. I was like, first half plus 4.5 plus 135. So I'll go ahead and double what this one is. So I'll put 40 on this one. It was close to 15 and below, but it's still a good play. And again, 40 isn't like remotely close to the player props I was doing. So, and then I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Fortunately, I wasn't able to find one that had 15 or below, but that's okay. Let me just make sure no last minute player props. No. Okay. All right. Well, that's it. So I placed, let's see, a total of, let me go to my bet tracker. Again, this is completely free. The looks like the Reggie Bullock one updated. That's still green. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 total bets. And I did this for about 20 minutes. I lollygagged for a little bit. I had a bad internet connection for a little bit. I showed Carson for a couple seconds. So hopefully just this shows you don't need to spend a ton of time on the website in order to get some bets in. Like I said, I got 8 in like 15 minutes of doing this. So you just need to move quick when you're doing it. But other than that, again, sign up for every sports book that is legal in your state. Do so using the links in the description so you can take advantage of all those sign-up bonuses. And other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. Hit me up with any feedback, Matt_Modi_bets. If you're tailing, hit me up with that as well. If you're fading, I'll also love to hear that. But yeah, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching and have a good one.